Hi, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 16th to the 30th, 2023 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me to be seen by the YouTube algorithm. It gets this channel seen by more people, and it lets me know that you guys like this type of content. So, thank you so much for doing so. It's so astoundingly fantastic of you all. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during this time, Virgo. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Oh, this is the Three of Cups. Okay. So the Three of Cups is very interesting when we're told to be mindful of it. It is be mindful of a person who raises their glass to you, or who, yeah, they once raised their glass to you. They once said, like, oh, I celebrate you, or gave the impression that they celebrate you, who you are, your accomplishments, what you are achieving in life, and just your existence. Like, this can be a person, kind of like a parent, who should just celebrate you existing, but they're not going to. And that hurt, that pain, that disappointment can be coming up. It might not be the person who let you down that's going to be coming up during this time, but it can be somebody acts like them and you're like, oh man, come on. Why am I always haunted by this? So just be aware of this. Be aware of this during this time, is that you can either have this person come into your life, somebody who has disappointed you quite greatly coming in, and you can't really trust them, 150%. You just can't. That's just the reality of this person's, role that they play in your universe here during this time on Earth. But there can be somebody also who comes forward during this time whose energy matches their energy. And you have a reaction to it. And you're like, oh my gosh, you can feel anger towards this person or distrust towards this person, and you don't know why. It's because their energy mirrors an energy that has hurt you. So be aware of this. It comes forward during this time. And you're like, I don't get it. This person can also be perfectly pleasant. They could be super nice, and you just don't trust them. And you can think, wow, I'm not giving them, like, a chance. The Spirit's saying here, trust your instinct. Okay. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Here we have focus. During this time, you have the ability, Virgo, to focus, just to look at what needs to be done, assess the situation, and focus and say, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm heading towards. This is what I want to grow. This is what I want to excel at in my life. And that focus will blossom for you, and it will make things blossom. So embracing your focus, embracing your intensity during this time is a really good thing. But also, you know, when you're driven and you're like, wow, I'm going to put my energy into this, don't let anybody talk you out of it, because there is a sense here of your focus being divinely guided, and being very blessed. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Oh, interesting. Okay. So you have a soulmate connection coming into play here. Here, um, Virgo. You're just not going to see it. Okay. Especially if you have water sign energy in your chart, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Okay. Because you have the king and the queen of cups, but they're reversed. They're not seeing each other. They're just not. So you could be the one not seeing, you could be the one seeing, and the other person isn't seeing. And that's going to be totally fine. There is a sense of healing love guiding you forward. You need to fall into balance with the sacred masculine and the sacred feminine aspects of yourself to embrace what your heart wants, to embrace what your soul wants. Emotionally, you're overwhelmed. And with the sense, like you can get things done with the quote unquote, masculine way of doing things, going out, getting things done, how would you kind of like the hunter gatherer, right? But this is the hunter gatherer, the hunter or and Skinner type of thing. I guess no, that's a bit gross, but that's what's coming through. But here, this is going to be more like in the home. Okay, this is going to be more of the nurturing, the taking care of, quote unquote, woman's work, which they're both equally as important. We tend to value one over the other, and that's just wrong. Each energy and each set of tasks are equally as important. And we're going to be seeing that during this time. There is a sense here that we very much have the ability, Virgo, to lead by love and to say, this is what I'm going after, this is what I'm moving towards, and people are going to follow. But really trusting our own hearts and opening up our souls, that's hard for us to really say, but this is what I love. This is what I'm going to follow. This is the healing that I need. This is what I'm letting into my life. Being aware of that is a big deal. We can also have a love connection. I do apologize if I sneeze. So, oh goodness. Okay. So we also can have a love connection coming into our sphere of being during this time. Like we can meet somebody and we're like, wow, that person's interesting. If we're in a relationship, we can find that it's like we're talking different languages and it can get really frustrating. It's like, oh my gosh. And we need to step back and we need to listen to our hearts. We need to listen to our emotions. And we need to just even ask our partner, what's going on? Like emotionally, do you want to like I know when you say like, do you want to talk about your feelings? It's like, oh my gosh, please, type of thing. A lot of people don't like that, but there is this need here to really listen to our hearts, and we could say like, do you want to meditate, on the heart chakra with me, or something like that, if it works in your relationship, or just you meditating on your heart chakra, and they can kind of follow suit or feel safer in that heart energy with you. Knowing that is going to be very important. But yeah, if you're not in a relationship, you can kind of have somebody come into your sphere of being and then they walk away and you're like, oh man, I should have, asked that person out, or oh, I would have liked to have known that person better type of thing. They'll come back. That energy, if not them, okay, spirit's like, well, if not them, then that energy, that connection with that energy has simply been awakened within you. And that energy will come back. With the 10 of Wands, you're carrying a lot. There's a lot on your shoulders. There's a lot that you're carrying. There's a lot that you're trying to manifest during this time. And Spirit is really saying here, step back and focus. Step back and release what is weighing you down. You might even find that you have lower back pain, and it can also be like lower intense intestinal pain during this time. It's like because you're carrying too much. You're holding on to too much. Being aware of this and releasing is going to be so important. And also looking at what you're holding on to, looking at what you're carrying and saying, is this worth it? With the Page of Swords, this is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You are getting a message from spirit. White animals in Welsh mythology have a link with the spirit world. Spirit is going to be talking to you. This is going to be a time of clarity of mind, of instincts, of ideas, of looking at things in a different way. There's also going to be a sense that you're learning, like you're learning. I don't know why Spirit's saying like you're learning how to talk I don't know if you're learning how to talk. Oh, yeah, you're learning how to talk to spirit. It's what's really coming through. You're learning how to talk to spirit. You're learning how to embrace your instincts and your ideas and what you deeply want and what you deeply desire. There's also a sense of cutting through a lot of nonsense. You're going to be getting messages. You're not going to be wanting to listen to those messages because they're kind of going to go against the grain of what you want or what you thought you wanted or how you thought things should be. Be aware of that, okay, during this time. There's going to be a need to focus on your throat chakra. It's like the filling of the lungs. So here it's like pay attention to your breath, pay attention to your breathing. You can have a tendency to hold your breath when you're upset, or you can have a tendency, you know, to get really agitated during this time. And so focusing on that breath is going to help center you. With the 5 of Cups reversed, this is saying change your mind. Change your mind, change your life, type of thing. Change the way that you're looking at things. And that's going to be a little bit difficult. We're kind of set in our ways, is what Spirit is showing. And as Earth sign energies, we get set in our ways. And that's one of the things we have to be aware of, that we're kind of set in our way of the way that we're seeing it, the way that we're emotionally connecting to things. We have the same emotional response. And Spirit's like, stop being reactionary. Turn around, see the healing, beautiful love that's right behind you. See the connection, see the compassion. We're going to have a hard time embracing healing. We just are. We're also going to have a hard time accepting, love and compassion and like understanding. And that's just going to be something that we need to know during this time. Like this is going to be a little bit more tricky for me now than it is usually. We do not have a hard time saying, I'm going to move forward in love. Like, I'm going to let my heart guide me. We can be very good at that. Like, intuitively, instinctively, I know what I need to do. I know I need to get things done. But being truly compassionate with ourselves, truly loving ourselves, that's a different story. And that's going to be what we find a bit more tricky. Then we have the King of Swords. I love how we begin with the page, the student, and we end with the king, the master. So with the King of Swords, we have that same blue robe. We have the raven on his head. There is a connection with death, with rebirth, with transformation. We've seen a lot in our lives. And we can think that that's a really bad thing. We're thinking, oh, wow, it's really weighed me down, or it's not let me move forward the way that I wanted it to, the way that I wanted to in my life. Like I got sidetracked by all these different things happening. And Spirit's like, no, it filled you with knowledge of transformation and it lets you see transformation. The King of Swords is nobody's fool. They can be a bit cruel. The air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, can be a bit cruel when they cut to the chase of things, when they cut to the truth of things. And it's like, look at this truth, embrace this truth, see this truth, and you will be transformed. And this is going to be a time where truth transforms, when embracing our voice, of giving ourselves a voice, of stopping swallowing our words. Because I just see either you clench your jaw at night, or you just clench your jaw during the day, or you have a tendency, like you just think, oh, just swallowing that down, can't say it, type of thing. Be aware of this. Smoking. Somebody here who's listening, you smoke because that's your way. Oh, that's like your breath exercise. Deep breath in, exhale. Huh. If you start doing that breath work, okay, deep breaths in, exhale, you can find that that's one of the reasons why you smoke. Okay? So for whomever that's for, listen to that, because it's going to help you, kind of conquer an addiction. So just be aware. You're cutting through a lot of doubts and fears, and you're going to see things a lot more clearly during this time. But there's a sense of like a sword is forged. You had to learn. And this is going to be a time from the 16th to the 30th where you have learned, and when you are learning, that you are being forged by divinity, by your angels, by this world, by the universe. And your experiences are guiding you towards a higher calling of the heart. It's time that the mind, it's like our reality starts to see our emotion, not our ego, because our ego takes over like so easily. And it's like, oh, okay, I'm here. This is how I want people to see me. This is how I want, this is what I want for that. And it's like, what about being powerfully contented within ourselves? And seeing that when we step into us, like truly us, amazing things open up. We open up amazingly. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of during this time is the Five of Swords. There's something that we're going to have to fight. Like there's some sort of fight that we just don't want to have. It's like same old fight, same old thing. And we just think about it and it's like, nothing is changing. The repeat of the number 5 here. Okay, 5 is a freedom number. There's some sort of blockage around truly embracing our freedom. We will find that blockage in our heart chakra and in our third chakra. Okay, there's a sense here that when we start to listen to what we love and we give voice to what we love, the transformation will come. There will be power to us. But we're going to find that there's a battle that we have during this time subconsciously. And it's like, nobody's listening to me. It's not even that we have this battle. It's a sense of like, it's the same old nonsense, right? Different day. That's what I keep on hearing from spirit. And it's like, I'm done with this. And that's really what comes forward. And we need to be mindful about this because we can have a visceral reaction. Like we can get too mad or too intense. When this happens, spirit's like, step back and just know spirit's telling you, do you want to keep on fighting this battle? Or do you want to change the playing field? Or do you want to stand up for yourself, and know that you're worth it? Our subconscious spirit message is Earth. Now we're in Earth sign energy. This is Earth reversed. We need, excuse me, we need to ground ourselves. We need to connect with the Earth more. So this is going to be something that's very important for us and to us, the Earth. And this is something that we're a bit out of balance with. We're a bit out of balance with ourselves. So just being aware. One of the ways that we connect is to ground, is to see ourselves, is to, connect with the Earth. Growing our own food can be very important to us, but we can find that just getting out in the garden is something that's beautiful. Getting outside, going for a walk, even if we have like little herb gardens on our kitchen counter, that could be something that's beautiful, or on the windowsill. That can be something that is absolutely beautiful and absolutely beneficial for us. It makes our souls happier. Also makes our stomachs happier. So just yeah, fresh food is going to be something that's very good. If we can, to have fresh food, fresh fruit, fresh veggies in the house, that's going to be something that's really great. And then we have, the Empress, all clad in green, right? Absolutely embracing the heart chakra, absolutely embracing nature. Creativity is going to be super important, and letting ourselves embrace creating, embrace cultivating, embracing, the power of our lives and what we want. There is a sense here with the Empress of, I am creating this world, right? I am stepping into a new role of creator and guardian. And that's a powerful role for us, Virgo. So just be aware of that. All right. All right, Virgo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Virgo. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.